What's going on, guys? It is your boy, Tom Talks Rubbish, and today I'm back with another video. Following on from the recent rumours circulating the wrestling internet that both Daniel Bryan and CM Punk will be joining AEW. Today, similar to how we talked about it earlier with Daniel Bryan, I thought we would talk about my top 10 dream matches for CM Punk in AEW. So let's get into the list, with number 10 being Malachi Black, Tommy End, also known as Tommy End. So yeah, this is a very simple one really. With both of their kickboxing or martial arts background, I feel like this would be a good match. Like, it'd be kick versus kick almost. But the story that they could tell beforehand, where maybe Malachi does a promo where he says, "You descended into darkness and the fans cheering for you didn't bring you back, but you took blood money which brought you back," maybe. And then you have Punk being like, I don't know, but like, it's hard. But you could have some very good promos back and forth. And one of my favourite feuds Punk has ever done is versus The Undertaker, when he mocked Paul Bearer's death, which is that a bit tasteless, yeah. But the promos we had back and forth there, where with Punk versus a darker gimmick, would be quite cool. And yeah, obviously I'd have Malachi Black go over, as he's a new star, but overall I just feel like that'd be a good match. Number 9 is Darby Allin, AEW's resident daredevil. I feel like this match would be just Punk trying to negotiate Darby Allin's quickness. And yeah, I feel like that'd be cool. And yeah, like, we could see maybe a coffin drop counted into a go to sleep, or a go to sleep counted into a code red, or we could see interactions between Sting and CM Punk, which I think would be cool. So yeah, that would be quite cool, really. So yeah, I just feel like this would be a cool match. Some of the bumps that Darby may take, Punk may either calm down or encourage. I don't know. So yeah, I just think that'd be cool, really. Number 8 is... Number 8, I was right the first time. Number 8 is Miro, God's favourite champion. I feel like you could have promos back and forth where Punk is like, "I'm God's favourite wrestler," because the crowds keep chanting for me. "You're God's favourite champion." This would be cool. And we could see, I don't know, like, back and forth of promos. And then eventually, if this is Punk's first match back, we could have Miro squash him and be like, "You don't belong in this ring anymore, especially not with me." And yeah, I just think that'd be cool, really. Number 7 is Andrade El Idolo. So yeah, once again, a match that would be very cool in my eyes. You could see the knees counted into a go to sleep maybe, or an Intercon device. A DDT counted into a go to sleep or an Intercon device. I don't know. Or some of the promos back and forth where we see Andrade talking in Spanish and Punk being like, "I don't speak Spanish," and then like some really cool promos. And yeah. Number 6 is Jungle Boy. I'd love to see some promos of Punk being like, "You live in the jungle, I've been in the wilderness for 7 years, and I'm still over." And then we could have, maybe similar to, if Jungle Boy does turn heel, which I think is going to happen with this Christian storyline, we could see Punk being like, or Jungle Boy being cocky, very similar to how Chris Jericho was with him a couple of years ago, and being like, "You couldn't last 10 minutes with me." And that is how you could establish Jungle Boy as a, I don't know, as a new entity, and bring Punk back in as this big star and prove that he belongs. Number 5 is Lance Archer. So yeah, again, I love big men versus small men matches. So Punk using his quickness against Lance's power and Lance's quickness, I feel like it'd be very cool. You could see a blackout counted into a go to sleep or an Endoconn device, a choke slam counted into like a leg lock or something. Punk's submission based offense would be cool against Lance's big things. But the main reason I want to see this feud is for the promos between Jake Roberts and CM Punk. I feel like we could see some really cutting deep promos of, I am straight edge, you nearly died because you're not. So that'd be cool. Obviously I'd have Lance win, but Punk's got to have some wins. And maybe he'll even win the IWGP United States title now Lance is champ. And I'd just love to see that, really. Number 4 is Orange Cassidy. I would just love to see what Punk would do with the hands in the pocket stuff, or the just lazy kicks. Would he embrace it if he was a babyface? Or if he was a heel, would he just beat Orange Cassidy down? And yeah, I feel like Punk has great comedic timing, so I feel like this would be a comedy match, but also have some serious elements to it. So yeah, I just think it'd be fun. Number 3 is MJF. Imagine, if you will, guys, this is how I would book Punk's debut. At All Out the previous night, we don't see him. And maybe we obviously are going to see Chris Jericho versus MJF at All Out. So I would love to see MJF obviously beat Jericho and retire him, as that's one of the stipulations maybe, and then Punk kicks off the next Dynamite to address the crowd, and we see, I don't know, like Punk talking about the crowd, I'm back for this reason, but as he's about to tell us this reason, we hear, I'm better than you, and you know it, and MJF comes out gloating over the fact that he beat Chris Jericho, and yeah, gloating over the fact that he beat Chris Jericho, and he's like, I retired one legend on All Out, I'm going to retire you next. So yeah, and then the promos we could see back and forth where he's like, how's your father? And then like heel base shenanigans from MJF. And how I would have an MJF win is maybe Punk doesn't know of a new way that he's cheated almost, and then like Punk, a new way's basically come up while he's not been wrestling, and then that'd be cool. Number 2 is Hangman Adam Page. There's 2 ways you could book my number 1 or number 2. My number 2 is Hangman Page. Obviously, I think you guys know who my number 1 is, but we'll get to that in a minute. Imagine at All Out if Page does beat Omega, and as Page is hoisting the championship high, we hear Cult of Personality. I can't do it. Cult of Personality hit. The crowd erupts. Hangman has a beer in his hand. He's drinking. Punk literally comes out, knocks it out of his hand, hands him a Pepsi, and they toast. And we could see Punk. We could then see them build an alliance over maybe getting Hangman off the drink, and we could see Punk being either trying to get him out of the Dark Order, or maybe Punk joins the Dark Order, I don't know. But either way, I would have Hangman holding the belt up high, Punk come out, and the stare down is what we end All Out on. And number 1 is obvious, Kenny Omega. Pretty much I'd have the same thing. Kenny Omega's cutting a promo being like, I've beaten the guy that you guys consider the best. Who is the best in the world now? And I'm going to beat them. And then Cult of Personality hits, Punk and is staring down the Elite, and Kenny's holding the title high, and that's how we end to go to All Out. Sorry, and yeah, I'd just love to see that, really, guys. So I know this video's been a bit of a rambling mess. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.